Dr. Levant.
Good morning. You will hear often this morning the words responsible gaming. This is code for gambling industry, self-regulation, and state control. I am here this morning to offer Congress a different approach to regulating the industry from a prevention of harm perspective as an issue of public health. I'm grateful to Chairman Durbin, Ranking Member Graham, and the distinguished members of this committee for the opportunity to offer testimony regarding the public health crisis created by the unprecedented expansion of online sports gambling. It is my hope this is the start of public dialogue and debate, which will result in Congress enacting much-needed legislation to bring comprehensive public health reform and regulation to the sports gambling industry. I serve dual roles as Director of Gambling Policy with the Public Health Advocacy Institute at Northeastern University School of Law and as an internationally certified gambling addiction counselor. This permits me to clinically treat patients and families suffering with gambling addiction while simultaneously serving as a researcher and policy advocate working for public health reform. I am also a gambling addict in recovery. I made my last bet on April 27, 2014, and on that same night nearly took my own life. With gambling addiction, the risk of suicide is omnipresent. Research shows that 1 in every 2 people suffering will contemplate suicide, and 1 in 5 will attempt. In the grips of my addiction, I devastatingly hurt many people who had loved and trusted me. This included clients, friends, my kids, and the people closest to me. Personal carnage related to gambling addiction destroys the most trusted and intimate relationships, often beyond repair. Gambling addiction took my mind, my soul, body, and conscience. It left me broken, battered, and homeless. I was unrecognizable to myself. The only thing I had remaining was my name. On February 15, 2015, I stood in a courtroom in Philadelphia, a court where I had practiced law for more than 2 decades and where my father had practiced for more than half a century. In the presence of the court, the clients I had betrayed, my children, and more, I pled guilty to financial crimes committed in the throes of my gambling addiction. On that day, I pledged under oath to the court that if I could get well and find recovery, I would give back by doing everything in my power to prevent others from suffering. I come before this distinguished body filled with a deep sense of gratitude, respect, and purpose. The mission has never been more important. We are presently witnessing the early years of a fast-building public health crisis, and the time is now for Congress to act. We have known for more than 12 years that gambling is an addictive product and gambling disorder and addiction similar to heroin, opioids, tobacco, alcohol, and cocaine. With every other addictive product, government regulates the advertising, promotion, distribution, and consumption. Sadly, with gambling, the exact opposite is occurring. The gambling industry business model is designed to deliver constant and nonstop action on every phone, tablet, and computer. With the use of technology and AI, the industry and its sports and media partners have turned every micro moment in each game or event into more and more gambling action. From the speed of the next pitch, football snap, basketball shot, as the chairman mentioned, even ping pong from Eastern Europe. The gambling industry and its sports partners have taken sports away from the children, families, and American people. Sports have become the equivalent of a nonstop slot machine. Understand, I am not opposed to sports gambling. In fact, I support its properly regulated legalization. However, I am vehemently opposed to what has happened in just 6 years. What has been launched on the American people is a newly created AI-generated online gambling business model, which delivers a fundamentally different, defectively designed, and inherently dangerous product to every phone, tablet, computer, and TV. The gambling industry has expanded to include once unthinkable partnerships, which include sports leagues, teams, owners, players, the world's largest media and tech companies, social media, AI, and state governments themselves. All are acting in concert to deliver online gambling at light speed and ensure the action never stops. The new AI-fueled business model will inexorably result in increased gambling addiction and gambling-related harm. I see this every day in my practice as a clinician. So how did we get here, and why is it essential that Congress act now? There are 2 quick answers to this question. First, online sports gambling is a fundamentally different and more dangerous product than ever could have been imagined. In fact, DraftKings recently purchased an AI company called SimpleBet, so that DraftKings now owns the technology to deliver targeted AI-generated gambling to each individual user. The second, follow the money. Sports leagues, teams, owners, and players now sell their data to the gambling industry. Every single sport. The industry then turns this data into instant micro-betting opportunities where the action never stops. The industry, having spent billions with a B to acquire this data, has only one way to recoup their money and turn a profit. They're selling no widgets in the marketplace. They are converting this data into more and faster instant gambling action. And that is a matter of public health. I don't come here only to warn. I come armed with public health policy solutions, and I hope we will address many of these during the Q&A. I'm presently privileged to work with Senator Blumenthal and Congressman Tonko. I look forward to working with many more of you, and I invite your questions.
Thanks, Dr. Levant.